Hello, can y'all close the door though? Like, cause flies could come in here and there's a lot of deadly bugs.
Don't worry, Mom. Just leave the door open. Leave the door open so all the
I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, boy, because you're not a girl. I hate hearing this nonsense about, oh, what was she wearing? What was she doing? Why was she there? It's her fault. Stop freaking VICTIM blaming.
Hey, it's Jaliane. Rhymes with Alien. Like if you're a fan, comment and subscribe.
Hello, my name is Jaliane, and today we're doing another unpopular opinion video. But this one is a little bit different from the one that I did with cops, which is up here, if you want to go check that out. So, yeah, let's get started. Treating someone like trash isn't cultural difference. I really hate to hear people say, oh, my boyfriend, he's different from me. I'm white, he's Asian, and, he yells at me and beats me with like chopsticks and stuff. But don't worry, that's just cultural difference. Abuse is not cultural difference. Like, I don't know where people are getting the notion that if a guy curses you in his language, oh, he's just being romantic. And I'm just like, no, he's not. Abuse transcends to every single group of people. Stop making excuses for a person's background. If they're abusive, then that's just how they are, regardless of if culture is involved or isn't involved. And I notice a lot of people do this, make excuses for boyfriends and friends and all kind of stuff. Like, that's complete BS. Like, it really needs to stop because it is really flipping annoying. And I'll even give you another example if that one wasn't clear. If, for instance, you are a black woman and you're with a guy who is, let's just say, Latino, but no hate towards Latinos or anything like that. This is just an example. Like, if he bops you in the eye and speaks in Spanish and then tells you, oh no, mi amor, like, I love you, blah blah blah, but he's abusing you, are you going to say, oh no, it's love, it's how he shows love? Like, no one is going to believe that. And if they do, they're just as foolish as you. Like, some people have very, very low self-esteem and they would believe that a form of abuse from a man that they love is a type of love that they've never experienced or are only going to experience because it is so normalized. And abuse should not be normalized as a form of love. Just because someone tells you they love you after they hit you, it does not mean that. It doesn't. So we need to start treating the so-called fake cultural difference as it's supposed to be treated. These people are supposed to be in jail. Like, that's really just it for me. I had to put that in there first. Next one. Normalizing things such as RAPE culture and or sexual abuse doesn't make it 100% okay to do. Shout out to Japan and all other places taking part in this. And yes, RAPE culture, we should not be normalizing it. If you want to know what that is basically not like normal assault or normal RAPE. It is a form of so-called culture that has been normalized. Like, if a woman goes out to drink with a guy and she gets drunk and then he RAPE her, then people are gonna say, oh no, it's her fault. She got drunk and he didn't take advantage or anything, which he did. He didn't take advantage, he's just a man. Like, what was she wearing? Did she try to entice him? Like, are you serious? She was vulnerable. She was drunk. You're gonna say, oh, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, women should not drink with men. At the end of the day, if you're going to blame the Vic, then you're as disgusting as the perpetrator. You're just as bad, and you should also get jail time too for that foolishness. Stop asking women what was she wearing when she got assaulted. You shouldn't ask a woman that. You should ask what the assaulter was wearing so they could find this person and get him off the streets. This person is a danger to all women. Like, are you serious? I hate hearing this nonsense about, oh, what was she wearing? What was she doing? Why was she there? It's her fault. Stop freaking VICTIM blaming and shaming. Like, that is not normal. It's really not. And I had to talk about that. Like, we need to get rid of that. All of us. It's not just me saying it, but the rest of the people in the world need to start saying it too and get rid of that, because it is disgusting. It is disgusting. Next one. Attaching culture in the back of things sounds really stupid to me. Some examples: dating culture. RAPE culture. Yes, I'm talking about it, but to me it still sounds dumb because RAPE is RAPE no matter how you try to spin it. Work culture and etc. Let's call it what it is: mannerisms. If not, maybe even dating or dating life. RAPING, and needing to be incarcerated. And working or working life. I would just love the word culture to be removed from the back of words such as RAPE and dating and all that stuff. Like, it's just dating life, dating. Like, there's no culture to it. It's just what it is. But if you mean like certain aspects are different, okay, different dating, okay. Like, I really cannot stand the word culture behind that, because a culture to me and to a lot of people, and I mean the definition of culture, I'll put it up on the screen, but culture is like something with value, you know? When I think of culture, I think of something beautiful. And yes, there are negative aspects in certain cultures. Shout out to Japan and other countries. Y'all know what you're doing. I'm not gonna get into it. But there are negative aspects and there are positive ones. But when I think of culture, I really think of positive aspects, values, good morals, you know? Like, a culture can have like a beautiful mindset, a different religion, a different type of lifestyle and whatnot. But I just really hate the word culture behind of everything. It's making it seem like anything can be a culture, like radish eating culture. Like, it gives the word culture, it gives it less value, you know? Like, throwing it around behind of everything. Like, the more you use a word, the less its value becomes, because it's being used behind of things that it doesn't really need to be used behind of. But next one. Your skin color doesn't make you superior or above anyone. You aren't perfect and you aren't an immortal. The people I am talking to know who they are. I know not every single person on this planet feels like they're above everyone, and that's normal if you don't feel that way. Yes. But if you do feel that way, I think something's wrong with you, especially if you're someone who burns in the sun, or add on some stuff here for me. Like, I'm not going to be doing a little paragraph of certain people who think they're better than me and blah blah blah. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just saying that you're not superior just because your skin is a different shade or color or non-color or whatever you want to call it. There is no superiority. We all get sick. We all do number one, we all do number two, and sometimes we gag and puke and all that gross stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if you're eating food, I'm so sorry. But I'm just saying that nobody is superior or perfect. Regardless of what you do, what you think, you're not. Next one. Fake people stay being fake. There is nothing you can do about that. Leaving them in yesterday and moving on to tomorrow is the best thing to do. And honestly, I don't have much to say about this one, because you really have to leave fake people behind. If it's Wednesday, leave them in Tuesday and move on to Thursday. That's really just it. Leave them behind and move on, because they'll never ever change for the better or for your comfort. They're not going to do that. Just leave them alone, please. Just for your own sanity, just move on. At the end of the day, you don't need someone in your life who is going to hurt you or show you something that they don't need to. At this point, just leave them be if they have no respect for you, and you can honestly see that if they don't want to change and if they keep being their same old self. All women who actually get cozy or in a relationship with a black male who degrades the women of his community, I have a video about that on top, has no self-worth, no self-respect, no self-love, no value, and frankly, you are a very insecure and unstable person. In your life, you do not know where you stand. So yes, I'm talking about the so-called preferences of these men, and I have a video on preferences as well, and why I don't say the word community, because we are not like, I usually say black space, but you know, whoever say community, that's your business, nothing to do with me. So if you're a woman who's a preference, once again, who basically is okay with these males degrading the women who they came from, and you're happy and giddy about that whole situation, something is completely wrong with you. You need to get reevaluated. You need to get some holy water. You need Jesus. You need therapy. You maybe need electrotherapy, but we're not going to talk about that on this channel anymore, because you know it'll be a long video. Like, it's going to be a long video. But anyways, like, you have no respect for yourself. So it's that simple. Next. Projecting your insecurities on me doesn't change a thing for you. Your misery is yours at the end of the day. No matter how much you try to project it on me, you are still in your own shoes at the end of the day. And I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, for instance, those people who come online and send a lot of hate comments towards other people, like, for instance, I'll just use me as an example. Like, people who come and check my content and leave a little hate comment here and there, like, that hatred that you left is for yourself, it isn't for me. Like, you are projecting your insecurities, your fear, your anger onto someone else, such as myself, and that's very sad. Like, I'll take that comment, sure, and put it somewhere nice. Like, I will let you be in a video if that's what you like, or if that's what you want, if you want to be negative or whatever. But it's really you at the end of the day. Your negativity lives within you. It doesn't live within me. And I just had to put that in this video, because a lot of people think, like, when they leave a negative comment to someone who's just starting off YouTube or who has been here for a while, like, it's going to affect them forever. Like, get your head straight. It's not doing that to me. And next one. Anti-blackness needs to go jump off a cliff. It's been long overdue. Colorism and all the other isms need to jump off that cliff too. It would be great if everybody could band together and get rid of all the isms. But the thing is, black people did not create all of these isms. We did not do that. So the group of people that created all of these things, they need to step up, and they know who they are. Like, you guys know yourselves. You created the R word with the ism and featureism and all that other foolishness. Like, I don't think there are much black people who would sit around a table and say, let's see how we can make everyone think that we're the most gorgeous in the world and the best in the world at everything. Let's see how we can make ourselves look superior, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I don't think there's black people doing that, or were doing that in the past. But if they're doing it now, hey, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, after everything a lot of black people have been through, if they want to get confidence is different from what the certain group of people did back then. The insert the name of the group of people here, because What they did back then was atrocious. It was disgusting. And I'm not saying everybody of today takes part in it, but I'm just saying that when it comes to this situation, every single person who is white has a part to play in it, regardless of if they say they weren't there, regardless of if they were there. At the end of the day, your skin is linked to the benefit that you get. So yeah, you figure out what that means for yourself, and I'll keep moving forward. All, insert the R word here, people need Kim Jong-un internet. I said what I said. I really did. Like, there's nothing else to say. They need to have like 4 different websites they can go on. They need North Korean internet. Like, I'm so tired of these stupid people that are this. I am so tired of them and their foolishness. They don't need proper internet. Normal human beings who are decent, really, they're not. Like, if you are this word, you will never be decent. That's all I got to say. If that system isn't dismantled, decency. Anyways, next. Black people are associated with all the bad things, but the people who have committed the greatest sins in humanity are worshipped and loved. The world is backwards. Many people don't want freedom for all, just for themselves. They know who they are. And honestly, by the wording of this, you can tell the people I'm talking about. And you can tell who I'm talking about. By the wording, you can tell who I'm talking about. Because I don't know how the whole black race, which we all know race is a social construct, but for the sake of this video, I'll just be using the word race for a little bit. I could say group too, but I just feel like using race at this point, just a little bit. So the black race were seen, and still are seen, as the worst thing on the planet. Who have we enslaved? Name the group of Asians that we have sold into slavery. I will be waiting. Name the group of white people that we KILLED. I'll be waiting. Name the group of people that we used as slaves. I'll be waiting. And then I'll die from waiting, because there is none. And I'm talking about in massive groups. There's none. And I feel like I always have to state that I'm not attacking any group of people. I'm just stating facts. And if you're mad, there's something wrong with you. Like, it's history, and history repeats itself. So if you're a non-black person and you're upset about anything in this video, you need to reevaluate yourself. Not the video, you. Next one. There should be laws that protect decent black people from actual racial slurs that are heard from day to day. Paying for your tongue and being behind bars should be a small price to pay for your insolence. Yes. Like, if you want to be this word right here, RACIST, then you should definitely pay with your tongue and you should be behind bars. It's really that simple. If you are past the age of 5, like, I don't even have time today. If you are past the age of 5 and you're using all types of racial slurs and you don't know better by then, and you're growing up and you're accumulating more hatred, more of this racism, by the time you're in your 20s, you're gonna be a mess. And before you're in your 20s, you're already a mess already. But I'm being nice at the same time as me just being real. But I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, but it's just looking like it is being sugarcoated, because the age of 5, I mean, really. But a lot of little kids, they know better. at the age of 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, how do some kids know not to be a certain way towards other groups of people? How do some people know not to be rude towards other people? Like, you have to think about it. It's no longer an excuse. We live in a world where there's technology and you can know what is wrong from right and what is right from wrong. The internet tells you not to use the N-word. Don't say,
well, the internet said not to use it, but I'm still gonna use it because, like, no black people's gonna be mad, right?
Like, are you silly? Are you kidding me? Are you stupid? Like, no. No. Do your research. Why are people so lazy to do their dang research is what I want to know. If you're not sure about if something will offend a person, do some research just in case. But no, you rather just put it up on the internet. There's so many instances of this. Like, it's a lot to count. And once again, there's more than one group of people participating in this one, actually. So, yeah. Let's just move on. Next one. Anyone, which include celebrities, companies, and etc., taking part in performative activism needs to do better. Increasing your fake
I'm a good one
status won't help you sleep better at night. Be genuine or be invisible. Fake shiznit like that isn't needed and it does more harm than good. Pretending to care isn't really caring. And the thing about pretending to care is everyone will be able to see when you actually do not care. There are certain companies that are big companies right now, and I will not be naming them, but I will say one thing. I noticed there are some that are very fake. One minute it is BLM, the next minute it's something else. Like, they're just jumping on something that they think is a trend, but it's not. It's the lives of people, and these people trying to literally better their lives by literally having to have a movement. I'm saying the word literally too much today. They have to have a movement just for them to feel some type of liberation, and other people are just like, oh my gosh, it's a new trend, BLM, yes. Like, no. It's not a new trend. And it's not a insert the T word here group. It's not that either. It may kind of look like that to some people sometimes because stuff gets burnt down and blah, blah, blah. And y'all already know it may look like that to a lot of people actually, but it's not really that. The real purpose for it seems like it's drowning a lot because the women that are supposed to get recognition in BLM are not getting it either. Like, if I talk about this too long, this video may be too long, but at the end of the day, we know there's no balance between the care for women and men in the black space. We all know that. We're not going to lie about that. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We just freaking know. It's really just a space for the men to get recognition and not the women. Protect males, but not females. Interesting. I don't see where it's going wrong at all. Next one. When it comes to hating on a person because of their skin color, excuses such as the rich, fair-skinned people were indoors and the poor, brown people were outdoors doesn't justify the bad treatment that is still received to this day. That excuse also makes no sense. That has nothing to do with why a person should hate someone else in today's society. It's a weak excuse that makes the user of the excuse look ignorant, stupid, and insert the R word here, and unintelligent. And I had to get that out of the way because a lot of people love using this excuse about, oh, the fairer people was in the house and the browner people worked outside. That's why the fairer people in the house hated the brown people who worked outside. Yeah, that's still working in today's society. So something is wrong with the people who think that. You're very unintelligent. You're very foolish if you think that this excuse should be working in today's society. I've seen a lot of people use this, and I'm just here rolling my eyes in the back of my head like, Jesus, take me now, because this is the worst. Like, oh man, That is just, that's the worst thing ever. That is the worst thing. Like, you're sounding crazy when you say that. Like, that was in the past. That isn't now. That's like saying, for instance, if back then we used to favor brown pigs, if we see pink pigs of today, we should hate pink pigs and never really give pink pigs a chance. We should only like brown pigs, but not pink pigs. Like, I had to turn that around, and I really see that it makes no sense indeed. All pigs should be loved, like, hashtag love pigs. But like, that's a lame excuse. And when I hear it, like I said, Jesus, take me now, take the wheel, just end it all. Because it's dumb. People just need to do better. Like, it's really that simple. Next one. Equality isn't you building businesses in my area and making a profit off of me, and then me coming in your area as a customer who in turn is spending money in both places. This isn't vice versa. There is no balance, it's a joke. And this has to do with an Asian woman. I already talked about this in this video right up here. And honestly, I'm still pretty like upset about that whole thing. She literally was trying to tell black people that we're all dumb. That's what she was literally saying. Like, when she said, oh, like, you know, we're in your community and you're buying, and you come to our community and you buy, vice versa. That's what vice versa means, everyone. I'll put the definition of what vice versa is. Because vice versa is when you do to me, I do to you. If you shop in my store, I shop in yours. That is vice versa. Vice versa is not me shopping in both places. She thought she was slick. But she looked stupid, and she still looks stupid to this day for that comment. Like, I don't know how that went over some people's head. I really don't know. An African Diaspora, the news channel on here, was talking about it, and I was like, wait, what? This is craziness. So disrespect is not coming from one group of people only. Compared to unpopular beliefs, it's coming from more than one. It is actually coming from every single group. I'm not sure if it's in the same way at all times, but many times it looks very flippin' similar. But yeah, I had to put that in there because she's really a piece of work. Next one. You can't play for both teams. Are you serious? Let's go again. You can't play for both teams. You can't be oppressing people 1 minute, then playing Vic the next when shiz goes down. You can't betray me and be my best friend at the same time. Pick a side. You know who you are. Yeah, this group of people know who they are. And I was literally just talking about a woman from their group a while ago. I'm not saying that every single person from the group does this. That is not what I'm saying. And I will never be saying that every single person from a group is just one-sided or evil or meticulous or all that foolishness. Like, I will never say that because that is generalizing a whole group. Why would I want to generalize a whole group for? But the people who do this in that group, they know who they are. You know yourselves. And I really don't have to say anything more than that because you know who you are. Moving on. You can't make yourself an ally to black people through just saying that you are, or posting a black square on the internet. Become a decent human being. A black square isn't activism. Being a fake ally isn't a step closer to justice. If anything, it's just more injustice. Personally, I do not feel like a white person. Why is a message coming through now? I do not feel like a white person can ever be an ally to a black person. Being the very offsprings of those who did such atrocities to black people and even continue to this day, the system, can never make you an ally. But you can be a decent human being. You have a choice. And I mean, honestly, you can get everything I'm saying through what I just read, because that's how I feel. The very offsprings of the people who have destroyed my people for a long time, enslaved them, and all that stuff. I'm not gonna add the word good to that because that sarcasm would not work there at all. You cannot be an ally. You just can't. But if you still feel like you want to be, go on ahead and force your way through when people are literally telling you that's not something you could do. Does that sound familiar to you? Forcing your way through and doing whatever the heck you want? If I literally tell you you're not an ally, but you can be a decent human being, you should just take the decent human being status and run with it, please, and actually do what it takes to be a decent human being as well. Fight for what is right. That's really all it is. You have a choice. You can fight for what is right and what is good, or you can be on the side of evil and act like you don't know. It's really up to you. It's not up to me, because I'll keep being on the side of good. Like, I just don't have time for all that evil stuff. Like, no. Next.
When people say, I didn't know that this was wrong, and I will continue to educate myself.
Blah, blah, blah. When they get backlash for doing senseless things, such as saying the N-word and etc., needs proper punishment. A person can only get away with things if no real consequences are given. And I've noticed that with almost every single group of people. Why is there noise outside? Let's wait until it passes. Living in a noisy area is great. So, as we were, basically, I hate to hear people say, oh, like, I'll educate myself. Like, are you serious? You're going to educate yourself after you say the N-word, which is not a word you should be using in the first place? Other groups of people say that they're smarter and better than Black people, right? Like, I'm just gonna get this out of the way here. Let's do this. Other groups of people say that they're better and smarter and all that stuff. Can you at least start to show that you're better and smarter at times like these? Like, for instance, dismantle the system. That would be great. Because don't you realize at some point there's a lot of people in the Black space who will get tired of you and revolt, and we may end up having a World War 27 on our hands? Like, if I was you, I would dismantle that system, because not every single Black person is going to play nice. There will be the Black people who literally come out and start to just get rid of a lot of people who have been doing BS. Like, if you're a smart person and you're watching this and you're a non-Black person, like, if I was you and I control what goes on within this world via my skin and I benefit from a lot of the things that oppress other people, I would be talking to my people to change that, because you never know when people are going to snap, because it's been years, yes, and you may think that, oh, Black people, they're only ending their own people. At some point, things will change and the system will crumble. So, yeah. I'm not really gonna discuss this one too much, but if you're a non-Black person, you should know that at some point people snap. Really? Take it easy. Really? Come on. Anyways, let's just continue. So, as I was saying, people do snap, and when they do snap on you, you won't even see it coming. So if you're a non-Black person and you're helping to perpetuate the system, it's only a matter of time. Not every single Black person out here is going to be calm and nice and cool with you every day and put your comfort before theirs, which we should not be doing in the first place. Lord. So, yeah, I'm being disturbed by my mother. So I'm trying my hardest to literally do this video and answer her back, because she's asking about a protein powder and whatnot. But yeah, so as I was saying, like, there is only, oh Lord Jesus, this video is a mess at this point. I should even just end it right here. So there isn't much that people can take anymore in different groups and whatnot. And that's the only way I could put it on YouTube. Like, when they snap, you will know because you will be part of the first to go. That's really all I can tell you, and I'm trying to be very transparent about it, but without having to just tell you, oh, they're gonna KILL everyone, and BLOOD is gonna be everywhere, BLOOD is gonna be everywhere. Like, I'm trying not to be that graphic or gory, but it may end up being at that point where we do have that World War 27, but who knows? Probably in the future, probably in the year 3947, we may think about that. I won't be around, but who knows? Next one. Fake apologizing and brushing worldly problems under the rug won't make them go away. We all need to call people out on their BS and unlearn things that weren't supposed to be taught in the first place. And I literally stand with that so much. I stand with my own thoughts and feelings all the way. I really do. We all, there's this dog that is just barking outside, and I can't, like, I just can't. Now is the wrong time for this dog to like be literally barking its head off while I'm trying to film. Should I wait? It's still going. I'm just gonna speak because at this point it doesn't even matter. Please ignore the dog in the background if you hear it, because it's not my dog. I have no pets at this moment, but you know, let's ignore the dog. And I have another message. Okay, so as I was saying, because yay, okay, let's go. Really? So yeah, we definitely all need to unlearn things that we have picked up along the way that aren't good things. And Black women need to learn how to love themselves a lot more, because in truth, there are some Black women who have very low self-esteem, and I don't want to say majority, but I want to say that there is a lot. A to the lot. Like, there's a lot of us who have it, and I mean, a lot of us know why. Some of us want to make excuses and all that stuff. Whatever, anyways. Yeah. So, I'm just saying that this is also a shout out for Japan as well, because, and other countries who do this, because it's not just a Japanese thing, but yeah, some people love fake apologizing, you know, and brushing off worldly problems. They know who they are, and I'm really not gonna get into that part because that would have me talking on this camera a little bit longer, and with all the stuff that I just went through, like having to deal with my mom's text, the dogs outside, the ambulance passing, like I went through too much for the day. So the dog is just probably going to be a part of the ending of this video, apparently, I guess. Whatever, anyways, if he wants to be there. And with that said, don't be too problematic. Be as polite as possible. I'll see you next time.